Well, okay, everybody, here we go. It is me, Gregory Mannarino. Lovely. Thursday, December 16th, 2022. Why am I laughing? I don't know. I think I'm partially out of my mind, but that's besides the point here. Let's look over at this lovely market. It's set to drop pretty substantially here at the open. There is a lot of fear here. Okay, whatever. We're just going to ride this out. The drivers of the market remain intact. The 10-year yield slightly higher this morning. MMRI slightly higher this morning. Dollar relatively flat. But it looks like a pan sell-off here at the opening bell, meaning everything is under pressure. You got cryptos under pressure, gold and silver under pressure. You got crude oil under pressure. Obviously, stocks under pressure. Well, if we were to get a year-end rally here, you know, the Santa Claus rally, it should start like now. Doesn't look very good, though. The rhetoric here out of central banks really seems to be getting this market spooked. Okay, it's just a freak show on a massive scale. We all know that. So you and I are going to sit back and just ride it out. That's what we're going to do. That's what you have to do if you're in this market from time to time. I've been buying lately a lot. I will probably buy some more today. The only thing I'm in, I'm telling you right now what it is. It's JEPI. Now, this thing has a built-in hedge. No matter what the market does, I still get paid every single month a nice, fat, lovely dividend. That's the way this thing works here. That's with regard to the equity market. You all know that I have, well, I'm going to be honest with you, mountains of gold, silver. I own platinum and palladium as well. I have not added to these positions substantially as of late. I did buy some gold recently, not much. Okay, whatever. I am still betting against the debt, becoming my own central bank, which is what we all need to do. People, you have to understand what you're looking at. I covered this yesterday. This is an environment that keeps getting more twisted every single day. First of all, it's fake. All of it. Okay, it doesn't exist anywhere on the elemental chart. We have a situation here of leverage in this market with regard to everything here. The backbone of this is what? The US dollar, the world reserve currency, which I really believed is leveraged 1 trillion to 1. 1 trillion to 1. So for every $1 that is existing in whatever form it may exist, there's probably 1 trillion to 1 leverage on it. Henceforth, you got this derivatives market that is the biggest time bomb in the history of the world, along with this debt market super bubble. So look, it's going to end. It's going to end really, really, really bad for the world. So continue to do what we're doing. You're not going to deviate from the plan that we have been following since day one. It can't stop this inflating what central banks are doing here, pushing the world off of a cliff, pushing the world economy off of a cliff, coming out straight out of their mouths, admitting that the economy isn't doing so well and they're expecting it to do worse moving forward. What did we find out this morning? More corporate layoffs. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to be laid off moving into the new year. And that's because our economy is so strong. Well, that's what President Mummy Man Bidenstein brain dead freak show wants you to believe, that our economy is doing fantastic. People are making more money. Inflation is coming down right out of his mouth. I mean, what a lie that he could say inflation is dropping. Meanwhile, by their own numbers, inflation continues to rise. It's astonishing to me how no one is held to account here. Why is it, in your opinion, that the media outlets are not all over this? Why are they not calling out President Retard, okay, pardon my French here, saying, hey, you know what, you're telling the American people that inflation is dropping. Meanwhile, we just heard that it's actually continuing to rise. Where is the accountability anymore? There isn't any. It's just a free-for-all on an unprecedented scale. And that bothers me, really. People don't know what to do. They don't know what to believe. But I think, honestly, look, all of you out here who follow this blog, I sincerely believe what I'm about to say, are able to see a little further down the road than most people. You're able to put this thing together. And we're not ever going to be right 100% of the time. All right, that's a fact. But because, again, we're playing a game of incomplete information. We're trying to fill in gaps in an environment that is constantly changing, constantly evolving. It's difficult. It definitely is not easy. But if we can stay on the right side of this for the most part, we're doing fine. And understanding where this is eventually going to all go. And it's just so simple to me, and I believe to you too, if you've been with me for a while here, to understand that this environment of extremes cannot last forever, and nor is it designed to do that. We have a situation here where central banks around the world continue to inflate. And I don't care what they're showing you on their public balance sheets, it's all fake. The whole environment doesn't make any sense because it's not real. It's fairy dust, and you can't have the foundation of anything built on a fable or a tale. It has to be built on something solid here. And what central banks have done is, well, what we've allowed to happen, we the people of the world have allowed to happen, is these private institutions, these central banks, to run the entire show with their product. Their product is one thing. It's debt. You all know that. And the more debt that a central bank can issue to the world, the stronger they become. And it looks to me like, look at the buildup here, the military buildup around the world, the way things are evolving. When all else fails, what do? What does our friend tell us? And very rightly so, inform us of, well, when all else fails, they're bringing to war. And like you and I have known, again, since time immemorial, they're going to spread the blood and guts of men and women and children all over this world in an incredible, horrific, biblical scene here, just to keep the military-industrial complex fueled, to keep this going here. You and I, we are nothing. We will be, just gotten rid of, and that's exactly what they're doing here to an entire class of people around the world. You all know this stuff. We've covered it a million times. Central banks are going to fulfill their end game. And there's nothing and no way to stop that, to become the lenders and buyers of last resort, to bring the world economy to its knees, to eliminate an entire class of people, the middle class, to force people to be slaves to the system. That's it. That is the end game of central banks, period, the end. They have their own interest in mind, not yours or mine. You understand? I think you do. Anyway, so just looking back over here at this market, as I said, this looks like a pan sell-off here at the open. You got futures down, stock futures down across the board. But, even though the MMRI is slightly higher today, nothing dramatic is going on here. This looks like fear to me. All right, it doesn't mean that things are going to get all rosy here, but I do believe that the economy is going to continue to free fall and the market is going to continue to defy gravity. Okay, so make sure you're in the right spots. If you're in the market, as I am, make sure at least you're getting some cash flow out of it, which is like a built-in hedge, like I was saying. If you're in a company or a series of companies that aren't paying you to be in them, you could be in some trouble here in environments where there's a lot of volatility. But if you're in companies that are paying you dividends here, or a fund like I am, JEPI, that's paying a very high dividend here, and you're guaranteed to get that cash flow every single month, it really is a built-in hedge. You understand? Anyway, look, that's where we stand this morning. It's just the same freak show. It just gets freakier every day. Keep your eyes on what's happening here globally, geopolitically, the buildup of military might around the world. it doesn't look very pretty here. And again, as Joe Salente always says, when all else fails, they bring you to war. And that's more than likely where we're already at war here, though they're not admitting this here. There is a proxy war clearly between the United States and Russia, the world and Russia. And this is going to accelerate, in my opinion here, solely for the reason that, so central banks can fund the whole thing. Where does all this cash come from? Let me ask you this while we're on that topic. All the tens of billions, hundreds of billions, soon to be in the trillions of dollars that is being sent over by the United States to Ukraine here, where does that cash come from? We don't have it. We don't have it. So it's coming straight out of the Federal Reserve, who's more than willing to fund it. Okay, this is all the off-balance sheet stuff that you're not allowed to know about. Anyway, it's pretty twisted in my view, people. Look, this guy here loves you a lot. Let's keep our eyes open and raise our awareness as to what's going on. I will see all of you later at the end of the day. Looking forward to it. We do have options expiration today. Let's see how that volatility plays out. Last 15 minutes of this market, half an hour, should play out to be pretty darn interesting. Keep your eyes on that MMRI. Again, free to you, free to me, free to everybody. Link in the description of this video. And I'm just out of here.